Alright guys, first things first is here we go, brownies! Here we go! Browns are 2-1. Let's go. Hey, it's Sunday. It's about to be 5 o'clock. We got $5 peak pay today. And we're gonna make some money on that peak pay. We're only gonna drive 4 or 5 hours today, not too long. But today's video is not necessarily about the peak pay. Today's video is gonna be about 5 ways that you can actually maintain your DoorDash acceptance rate. Now, for the point of today's video, I'm only gonna run DoorDash today. I'm not gonna run Uber Eats. Only run DoorDash. And we're gonna see, one, how peak pay works when you're a top dasher, when you're in all of the DoorDash incentive programs, and you maintain an AR above 70. And along with that, we're gonna discuss 5 ways to maintain your DoorDash acceptance rate. So come on, come ride with me. All right, so thing number 1 on how to maintain your DoorDash acceptance rate, and this kind of goes against the intro, but not really, is you have to multi-app if you want to maintain your DoorDash acceptance rate. I only turn my DoorDash on when it is advantageous for me to have it on. So basically, so today's $5 peak pay. It's $2 before 5:30, and then it's 5:30 from 5:30 till like 7:30. Then it's $3. We have good peak pay the entire shift. It's advantageous. But any other day, there's only 3 ways I'm gonna have the DoorDash on. If it's the middle of lunch, so between 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 a.m., DoorDash is on, and I'm trying to get in position for DoorDash. If it's the middle of dinner, so typically, I would say between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., I am trying to get in position for DoorDash. Or the third circumstance is if I just need an order sent to my phone because my other apps are slow, and I'm in a good hotspot where the likelihood of me receiving an at least okay order is high. Those are only 3 circumstances that DoorDash is on. If it's not one of those 3, then DoorDash it's going to be on a pause, if even on at all. You can't, if you are just running around with the DoorDash app open, or you're only using DoorDash, you are asking for trouble. You've got a multi-app. I prefer to use DoorDash and Uber Eats. I feel like Uber Eats is kind of like the perfect side piece to DoorDash, because Uber Eats doesn't have zones, so you get orders no matter where you're at on the map. Uber Eats does not care about your acceptance rate, so you can decline all you want. You can keep the Uber Eats app open as long as you want. And Uber Eats does not care. Uber Eats will keep on sending you orders. You're going to get the same quality. But hey, yours might be Instacart. Here in the Cleveland market, the Instacart hourly is significantly higher than the hourly for DoorDash and Uber Eats. So you can make your money on Instacart. Same thing with Walmart, Spark. There's a million apps out there that you can work on to maximize your time. But you got a multi-app. If you're only using DoorDash and you're trying to maintain a 70 AR, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Like, how have you not gotten insane yet? But yes, thing number 1, you have to multi-app if you want to be able to maintain your DoorDash AR. We got on this peak pay, it says Hunan in Lyndhurst, $12, 8 miles. It's not really the greatest order, but it's a straight shot on the freeway. It's going to drop me off near some nice restaurants and another zone. So DoorDash will probably send me something that's going to bring me back over here. So let's go ahead and pick this up. Hey, y'all, we're going to call a spade on this one. This offer, it's not the greatest offer to get, but we are going to be able to drive past a lot of restaurants that might be able to take us back into our zone. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we got our second one on the way back. So this is BJ's. It's $10 going 3 miles. It's going to take us out of this zone back into our zone that we're dashing in. And it's going to drop us off in Beechwood right next to catering zone. Guys, when you know, you know. Learn how the system works so that you can learn how to work the system and make it work for you. But yeah, so it says it's going to be a few minutes, so decided to come in here and just give you guys that tidbit of information. I'll see you guys at the drop off. guys, we are off to a slow start. Our first order was going too far, and the second order just took too long. But just watch, man, just watch. You know the system and you can trust to work it, you will prevail. All right, guys, thing number 2, and this is going to kind of piggyback on thing number 1, but I want to put a higher emphasis on this aspect of thing number 1. We're not able to cherry pick the orders on DoorDash like we used to. Those days are pretty much over. Yeah, there's a glitch or whatever, but the days of just being able to sit in the parking lot and see and cherry pick the best orders, they don't really exist anymore, and it's only going to get worse from here. But what you can still cherry pick, you can cherry pick when and where you turn your DoorDash app on. You still have that power to pick and choose when you are going to turn your DoorDash app on and when you're going to make yourself available to receive orders. So you want to make sure that you only make yourself available on DoorDash when the likelihood of you receiving a great offer is high. If I'm working DoorDash, so there's certain zones. So the reason why I love the Cleveland Heights zone is because most of the zone is good. I don't have to be afraid to let my app run after a drop off. Most of the times, most of the times. But there's some zones that I'll drive in, like the Parma zone, the home zone, where there's really only like 2 good hot spots there. Well, I don't let myself be active if I'm not near one of those 2 hot spots. And because if you're just running around with your DoorDash app on all willy-nilly, you are asking for trouble. You are asking for trouble. Because trust me, if you're near an area where there's nothing but crap orders, they're going to start sending you the crap orders, and they'll send you like 2, 3 in a row. You don't have a force field around you just because you have a 70 AR. So you want to go to an area where the likelihood of you receiving good offers are very high. Or if you just need an order, sometimes it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Uber Eats hasn't sent me nothing I like, and I just so happen to be in a good hotspot. All right, let me fire up the DoorDash app, see what it sent me, and I'll either live with what it sends me, or I'll decline it and move on with my life. But you still have the power to pick and choose when and where you make yourself available to receive orders on the DoorDash app, and you got to use it. It's called the pause button. Use that pause button. It is beneficial to you to use it, and that's how you can cherry pick your positioning and when you receive offers so that you increase your likelihood of receiving the best offers. That's thing number 2. Before we even bust a left so we could get back in the zone, DoorDash sent us the stack LMAs, $20, 6 miles. I'm gonna drop this off right in the middle of our zone in Mayfield Heights. So go ahead, pick it up, man. As we're at the drop, I'm also gonna put on the screen today how many times we sat in a parking lot waiting for an order, and then also how many declines we have today. You didn't have the order, right? Okay, get to me. So I gotta be quick, but I'm in a great location for the next order, so I'm excited to see what I get next. Let's drop this off. All right, guys, thing number 3. You've got to change your mindset from decline now to accept how. What? Just 70% of the orders that's going to hit your phone they're not going to be like the greatest orders in the world. But you've got to find out when an offer comes to your screen, instead of looking for reasons to reject that offer, you need to see a reason to accept that offer. You need to be looking for a reason to accept that offer.
Stop the cap.
Maybe the money isn't what you're looking for, but maybe the drop off puts you in a better place for the next order. Did you think about that? Maybe the miles to money doesn't match what you're looking for, but maybe this takes you from out of your zone to in your zone, right? Maybe the dollar amount is too low, but the mileage is low. You're going to get this order done in 5-10 minutes, and then you're going to have another crack at the algorithm. You got to find ways to make an order work for you. Maybe it's a bad order, maybe it's a terrible order, but maybe the drop-off destination is in an area where there's a lot of orders on other apps that the likelihood of you being able to find another order on a different app to pair with it is high, right? And why would you take an order like that? Maybe the dollar amount is good. Maybe it's like a $13 for 11-mile type of deal, but it's just going to an area you don't really like. Well, shoot, let's say here in Cleveland, I get a lot of orders that are going to Euclid from the Cleveland Heights zone, and most of them I do decline, not gonna lie to you. But if I see one if I do accept one that's going, it's $14, it's going 12 miles to Euclid, I know on Uber Eats, man, somebody from Euclid's ordering something too, and I'll be able to pair that. And instead of it being 14 for 12, maybe I found this Uber Eats that's like $9 or something, and that was a 23 for 14 type of deal. You got to find out how you can make an order work rather than just looking for a reason to not accept the order. Because those days on Doordash, camera dropped. You can't cherry pick like that on Doordash anymore. But yeah, guys, that is thing number 3. All right, guys, before we can even pull up off our street, we got our next one. Golden Dragon, 1325 plus, going like 2 or 3 miles. It says may need returns on it. I've never seen that before. You guys ever seen that? What does that mean? But yeah, it's 9 items on it. It looks like a big order. Let's see if this thing's ready though. An insane amount of time inside there for that China Dragon, but it's a huge order, so it still might be worth my time. But I was in there dead ass like 40 minutes waiting on that thing to be ready. So while I was waiting, they sent me this Taco Bell, $11 plus, and it's like half a mile from the other drop off, so pretty good. Whew, that was a terrifying wait at that restaurant.
Thank you. I
should have watched the whole Browns game all over again in there. Have a good one. Guys, well, it took so long in that restaurant, the $5 peak pay is going to be over, so it's going to be $2 from here on out. All right, guys, thing number 4 you need to understand about maintaining your acceptance rate is you need to understand what's called in the sports world down and distance, or how I'll try to relate this to the DoorDash world is the decline to dollar ratio. Spare me on actual terminology, but let me explain. You've got to understand you're down in distance when you receive an offer through DoorDash. If it's 8 o'clock in the morning and a $4 for 1 mile offer comes through, what are the odds of you receiving anything marginally better than 4 to 1 at 8 o'clock in the morning? Well, you're going to decline a $4 1 mile offer so that you can receive a $5.25 for 2? It doesn't make sense. You have to know you're down in distance. How likely is it that I'm going to get an offer of significant value higher than what I am looking at right now? The only times where it makes sense are during those peak times. During peak times, I won't take a $6 going 2 miles, right? Because I know the likelihood of me receiving a double-digit offer is much higher. So it's worth the decline. But at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hell no, I'm not declining no $6 for 1 mile. But you got to understand that it's not the $6 for 1 mile is such a no-brainer at 3 o'clock. But those $4.25s for 1.5 miles during those slow parts of the day, those are acceptable orders. Because 1, you get an accept point on your acceptance rate. 2, you're going to get it done super quickly so that you can get back in position to draw for another order. And 3, what are you holding out for at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, at 7 o'clock in the morning? You got to know you're down in distance. peak lunch, peak dinner, sure. Go ahead and decline the all right order for the great order. That's what you save your declines for. You save your declines for the peak times of the day. But during the slow parts of the day, if it makes a little bit of sense, you should be taking those orders, so you can preserve your DoorDash acceptance rate. But yeah, that's number 4. You gotta know you're down the distance, or what I'm gonna coin for myself, your decline to dollar ratio. Just seems like I'm gonna be taking a tour of the slowest merchants in Cleveland. Got this stack, Buffalo Wild Wings, $27, 6 miles. Hey, I gotta take it. Can't decline it. But yeah, slow merchant. This is first time back since me and old buddy had a time. Hopefully he's not here today. But I'm still gonna pick this thing up. Decline a Pizza Hut order on the way here. They got sent to me because of my pizza program, so no big deal. Next one's handed to me, so we're gonna do this here. But man, I'm getting no luck today. I'm getting all the slow merchants. Been waiting at almost all my merchants I've had to wait, except for the Taco Bell. But then I just waited at this light. This light was red so long. It was one of those lights that was red so long that everybody that was waiting in line just decided to run it. So, but we're still, I think after this drop off, we're gonna be at $90. We're on the wrong side of the zone. We'll see if they send us something. But we're also close to the freeway, so we can get back in the zone, so we can get another order. But let's drop this off and see what we get next. All right, y'all, so that was a brutal drop off. We've had brutal waits today. We are 3.5 hours in, not even 3.5 yet, and we're sitting at 95.28. So, you know, and not too bad for only DoorDash. Only one decline. Horrible waits at restaurants today, and we're still cleaning up on this peak pay. Food for thought. All right, guys, thing number 5, how to maintain that DoorDash AR, is you have to take advantage of DoorDash's incentive and their programs that they have to offer. And the part we're going to primarily focus on is how those programs work with peak pay. When there is peak pay in your area, this makes a lot more of the orders that's going to come through the DoorDash system a lot easier to swallow when it comes to accepting them. But the problem with peak pay can be when there is peak pay, you may not receive as many orders because there's more dashers out. But when you combine peak pay with the programs that DoorDash has, like pizza, like Red Card, like the larger order program, along with being a top dasher and having priority, I promise you, you're not gonna sit. There is no sitting in a parking lot when you're a top dasher and you have all those programs. And honestly, sometimes sitting for a few minutes is good, because especially if you're on a large order program, because now you're sitting online and you're basically waiting for an order to pop up that says catering bag required, and it's going to get sent to you. You don't sit on peak pay when you have all of the programs. I mean, you guys are seeing this live today. I have not sat yet. I have sat more in restaurants today waiting for orders than I have in my car, just period. Not even just sitting in a car waiting in a parking lot for an order, but even more so than even driving today. I have sat in a restaurant more than driving. And I won't. I'll be busy all night just having the DoorDash app. Even if it sends me out of my zone, you guys saw today, it sent me orders immediately. When you have those programs on your account, it's like you have a stronger magnet. And the more programs you have on your account, the stronger your magnet becomes. And you won't sit. You just don't sit. Ever since I became a top dasher, like, sitting in parking lots is a thing of the past. I might sit in a parking lot for more than 10 minutes legitimately waiting for an order, like maybe once a week. I don't even think that. Even doesn't matter what the peak pay is, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy. Unless I choose not to be busy. So guys, you got to combine those programs, utilize it with the peak pay so you can take advantage of it, so you have an easier job of maintaining your acceptance rate. That's number 5, y'all. Guys, it is 8:35 and we're now back in the zone. I tried to see if I'll get an order over there, but I didn't get something to order by the time I got to the freeway, so I ended up pausing the dash. But now we're gonna resume. I'll keep you guys with me until my glasses run out. They only record for 60 seconds. So if I get an order, you'll see it here. If not, then this might be our first time parked. So let's go. Oh, I'm still driving. I forgot. I'm leaving the camera. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, man, it's been like a lot of things have gone wrong today. This is not an ideal day. I've had bad pickups. The drop-offs have not been ideal today, location or speed-wise. So, like, this is nothing. A lot of things are going wrong. Oh, it's about to run out. See you at the next one. Be after a minute after I got off the camera, we got our next one. It's a stack, picking up from Dairy Queen, and then this Papa John's right here. It's $15 for like 3 miles. Drop off is over in a good area, and I'm telling you, I got prioritized this one because of my pizza bag. My pizza bag is what gave me this order. And we didn't even park. We was on our way to our honey hole. Our honey hole at this hour over here is in that plaza, so we didn't even make it. Yeah, let's pick this Dairy Queen up. Ooh, these nighttime deliveries and not being able to see an address, boy. We have our second decline, however. I didn't get a screenshot because I'm not in the habit of screenshotting a decline, but they tried to add on a Jets Pizza going like 7 miles for $7. Oh no, absolutely not. But we on our way to drop off this Dairy Queen, and then we're gonna see what we get next. Got our next one. Now this one, it took about 10 minutes till this one came to my phone. But I mean, this one's perfect. It's Rascal House, $9.75 I wanna say for 5 miles, but it's perfect order because it's taking us towards home. So after we pick this up and drop it off, we're gonna go over the numbers, and then yeah, I'll get back to you guys for the outro. Y'all, last ones are handed to me. And we waiting for them to come down so we can crunch these numbers. All right, guys. So we are home. We have made it. And we done for the night. I'm ready. I'm sleepy. I'm ready to go to bed. But tonight we made during peak pay. So we drove. And I'll put it up on the screen so you can follow with me. We started at 4:59 today. And we ended at 9:34. So our dash time was 4 hours and 35 minutes. Active time, 3 hours and 53 minutes. So even with the colossal peak pay that was going on, you see, we was active pretty much the whole time. We received 8 offers and we took 11 deliveries during this 4 hours and 35 minutes. We declined 2 today. It was, both were pizza orders. They were just pizza orders that just got sent to us that weren't that good. So we declined them. Everything else that came to our phone, we did take. And that came up to $26 an hour today. And those 4.5 hours to work. Mind you, we only ran Doordash today. We didn't run any other app but Doordash. We didn't really get the greatest orders. We started off with that order that took forever. The Hunan to Lyndhurst. Then we had long waits at BJ's. We had a very long wait at Golden Dragon. And we had a pretty standard long wait at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was like 10 minutes or so. So we didn't have good merchants today, and we didn't have good merchants. We only ran Doordash. It was peak pay where supposedly, you're not supposedly, but if you don't have the programs and stuff, you're not going to see too many orders. But because we have all of our programs and incentives in place, we were able to clean up on peak pay, despite the fact that really not too many things went our way. Not too many things went our way at all, and we were still able to prosper and make some good money today. So, guys, I hope today's video was informative. I hope you learned something from today's video. If you did learn something from today's video, go ahead. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And, go ahead, share that thing, man. Tell a friend. But, yeah. As far as this week's concerned, I got lots of, I uploaded at the time of me filming this, I've already uploaded Fridays, Ridealong. I still got to upload Saturdays, and then I got to do this one. Me and wifey, we going out of town this weekend coming up. So I'm not sure when's the next video going to be after this one. I do plan on doing a very long day on Friday. so I might film that. But as far as me getting that video up, no, that it ain't gonna happen till like probably Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, man, I don't know, my schedule's getting a little busier. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I'll be in this bitch. Yeah, we slow creep. I'ma take him to the nosebleeds. I use both feet when I'm stepping to the O Street. Why you jocking me? Matter of fact, it's going down.